When we open up our Bibles to Matthew chapter 1 verse 11, it reads there, "And Josiah the father of Jeconiah and his brothers at the time of the deportation to Babylon." We look here that the people of God were taken captive to Babylon. They lost their freedom. And we look into Matthew chapter 1 verse 2, it says, Abraham was the father of Isaac. We see when God began his work through the life of the people of Israel, we see him calling Abraham out to a life of blessings. When we read verse 11, we see them taken into captivity. Why was it so? It was because of their disobedience. They chose to do things contrary to the ways of God. They chose to turn away from God, which led them into a life of captivity. Many a times, we too, when we begin to live a life of disobedience and choose to do our own things, it leads us into a life of captivity. Many a times we wonder, right? Why am I going through these issues? Why am I facing this problem? Why is it that it's a circle that I cannot come out from? Why? Well, could it be that you are living a life of disobedience? Maybe God told you to do certain things, maybe forgive someone, or maybe give, or maybe God told you to let go of that memory or that pain that you're holding on to, or maybe you've turned away to other things and worshipped them. Whatever it is, your disobedience could be one of the reasons that you're living a life of captivity, not the life that God has for you. We need to understand that God has a life that you would have abundant life, a good plan. God has a perfect plan for you. The scripture says God has stored up good for those who love him, for those who fear him. That means God's intentions, plans, and purposes for you are always good. But it is you and I, when we move into a life of disobedience, doing what we feel is right, not obeying God, we move into a life of bondage, move into a life of captivity, a life that is circled around pain, loss, and constant bickering, constantly finding ourselves in the same issues that seem to just pull us, depress us. The people of Israel, they moved from a life of freedom into a life of captivity, all because of their disobedience. I want to challenge you right now. Maybe God is speaking to you that you may have turned away from him, or you may have chose to do your own thing rather than obeying the voice of God, because of which you are experiencing your present crisis. I want you to turn to the Lord. Ask him to speak to you, and he will surely lead you from that place to a place back again of freedom, abundance, life everlasting. All you need to do is turn to him, and he will definitely direct your path again. Release you from that place of bondage to a place of freedom. Turn to him. God bless you.